Hey everybody, it's Holly
And Heather.
and welcome to yet another Sunday edition of Everything Elvis Live. We are coming at you live today. Hello to everyone. Happy fall. I know I said it. I'm going to say it every week. Happy fall to everyone. So much once again, you all, to discuss. Lots happening in the Elvis world this week, and we are continuing on with part 3 of our discussion on the future of Graceland. And by that we mean the future of Graceland, all their events, EPE, the complex, Memphis, you name it. So lots to talk about. Heather and I have our coffee. Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Grab yours, grab a snack, and join us. And let us know your thoughts too. We've had some lively discussions the last couple of weeks with everybody chiming in on Presley for a Day, Raleigh's book tour, all of the events that have been going on and that are still to come. So, Heather, what's been going on this week?
Not much.
Thank you.
Just enjoying the weather.
Me too.
Enjoying the weather. Ready for fall. Ready for the holidays.
Me too. Y'all, I decorated my house. I finally got it decorated. I mean, I didn't go full on out, but I mean, pretty like 3/4 of the way. But that's all I'm going to do. But I did that this past week, and so it's very spooky in here. I've got my Halloween tree up. You all know Halloween is my favorite holiday, second only to Christmas. But I do love it, so I have a Halloween tree. I've got my mantle decorated. I've got spooky stuff all over the house, so it's looking really good around here. Yes. Heather, anything going on in the Elvis world? I have a couple like little, or maybe just like one little thing.
I mean, there's lots of things. I feel like that there's really been a lot of events, a lot of dates, a lot of things announced that are happening, that are coming up, a lot of tickets going on sale for different things. Like there's so many things. I guess the next biggest thing that's coming up is the Raleigh book tour, and it's kicking off, I believe, in New York, but then it's going to be in our neck of the woods in Memphis on Saturday the 12th. And Graceland kind of, announced something, I think last week, kind of in accordance with that I thought was pretty cool. So Holly and I are going to be going to that. I don't know if we'll have time to stay. It's literally going to be a quick trip for us. So I don't know if we'll have time. But during that weekend, while you're there, if you're going, they're going to be doing special tours of Graceland as well. So Angie Marchese and her team are going to be putting different outfits and items of Lisa's throughout the Graceland mansion for you to look at, which is going to be really great because that's one of the things we talked about during Elvis week and after Elvis week. That was one of our highlights of our tour of the mansion, was that they did that with Elvis. They put different outfits and things all throughout the rooms of the mansion that you could look at and stuff that just made the tour even more special. And so they're going to be doing that with the Lisa Marie outfits and artifacts and things. So I thought that was a nice touch. So hopefully, if you're going, you're going to get a chance to tour the mansion as well while you're there. Because I think it's going to be, I think she said they're going to do it that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ooh. So for those, I guess, going maybe the day before, the day of, the day after. Of course, they're still going to be doing the Presley for a Day tours that weekend. And I know a lot of you saw, which I was like, wow. It really lit up the comments. But they also came out this week that on October the 8th, Oprah is going to be doing a one-on-one interview and special with Riley from Graceland. They were actually, in the picture, you could see that they were sitting in the den right in front of the music room, in front of the peacock windows. But Oprah's going to be doing an interview with Riley about Elvis, Lisa Marie, and Riley herself, and the Lisa Marie memoir that is being released, I believe, on October the 8th. Yeah. And so, a lot of you had a lot of comments to say about that.
Yeah, well, it's exciting. When you go through the Lisa Marie exhibit over at the complex, they have all sorts of TVs with just like little home movies, interviews Lisa's done throughout the years and things like that. And one of the biggest ones that they show is Lisa Marie's interview that she did, I think, what was it, maybe not in the 90s, early 2000s, that she did on Oprah Winfrey on the Oprah Winfrey Show. They show like bits and pieces of that as you're going through the exhibit. So Yeah, a lot of people had some interesting comments about it, but you know what? I'm going to watch it for the sheer fact of Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's doing this to support the book.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to do her book tour. She's got to get press any way she can get it. And
Mm-hmm.
so I am here for Riley because she doesn't really do a lot of interviews surrounding the Presley fame and fortune and her mom. I've seen her a gazillion times on talk shows talking about the Daisy Jones miniseries or her latest movie or something like that. But you never hardly hear her talk anything about Lisa, anything about Elvis being her grandfather, and just the whole Presley aura that surrounds her. So I'm actually really looking forward to it just for the sheer fact of I want to see what Riley's going to say about it. And I think this is going to be a good little intro into her book tour.
Yeah. Well, I think the funny thing about it was, well, first of all, if you're wondering like, what are we talking about? So this is kind of what I posted. This is what it looked like. So it's going to be on CBS on Tuesday, October the 8th at 8 Eastern time. And it's called an Oprah special, The Presleys, Elvis, Lisa Marie, and Riley. And yeah, just a lot of people were like, you know, oh, I don't like Oprah. I don't want Oprah doing this interview, blah, 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 blah. So that was kind of interesting. But like Holly said, I mean, I will say I'm not an Oprah fan either. Really.
Thank you.
Really. So, you know, but I do think she does have a long history, you know, in the entertainment industry, being, you know, an interviewer and being a talk show host and everything. And she has a long history with the Presleys and with the Presley family, you know, throughout the years. She's interviewed Priscilla numerous times. She's interviewed Priscilla and Lisa Marie together. She's interviewed just Lisa Marie. You know, she's had Lisa Marie on her actual show and she's had her sing. She's had her just on a one-on-one interview and stuff. And, you know, Oprah's been to Graceland. She's had Thanksgiving dinner with Lisa and Priscilla. And so I think, you know, as far as I know, Priscilla and Lisa Marie had a pretty good friendship and relationship, you know, with Oprah and stuff. And so I'm sure, you know, when this whole memoir came about and stuff, Riley wanted to do some kind of, you know, TV, not just, you know, her book tour and not just like press, you know, stuff, but she wanted to do some kind of TV interview and sit down and everything. And I don't know that she chose Oprah. I don't know that Oprah chose her. I don't know how it went down, but I'm sure, you know, she feels a little bit of some comfort there. But like Holly said, I just want to see the interview because of Elvis and because of Riley. And, you know, this will really be the first time that the Elvis family and Elvis fans have got to hear Riley. Yeah. Really, you know, on a one-on-one, you know, talk and answer questions and kind of hear her perspective on growing up a Presley.
Because she's very private. And like, I will say this, when I have seen her in interviews, she really sticks to the basics of like, what am I here to promote? Is it a movie? Is it a miniseries? Is it something I'm doing professionally? She really doesn't do a lot of personal interviews. So I don't feel like I really know her that well. And I'm really hoping that this is going to show me more her personal side and I'm going to get to know her as a person. And I bet you she's going to do a lot of others. Like she's done Kelly Clarkson's show a bunch and the Drew Barrymore show. I bet she's going to go on there.
Kelly and Mark, is it Kelly and Mark now?
I think so.
Well,
I think
what a lot of people were a little and trepidatious about as well. And I don't think that this is how it'll go down. I sure hope it's not. But a lot of people were saying, you know, oh, I just hope that they don't get into politics and I hope they don't get into like touchy like subjects and stuff. I don't think that's going to be the case. And they'd be crazy to, and Oprah would be crazy to do that because, you know, again, that's one amazing thing about Elvis. You know, Elvis was very like, nah, not going to talk about it. You know, we've all seen that. Yeah. And he said that, you know, we've seen that interview where the reporters and the press try to start asking him certain questions about like the women's movement and the war and this. And he's like, you know, I'm just prefer not to answer that. I'm just an entertainer. And, you know, I don't feel like I need to, you know, respond to that. And so I hope, you know, that's how it's going to be because there's so much to delve into. And I'm sure this is only going to be like an hour. There's so much great questions for Oprah to ask and so much to delve into about, you know, Lisa and about Elvis and about Ben and about Riley, even about Riley's family, about her daughter, you know, Tupelo and stuff. So there's so many great, you know, questions and stuff there that I just don't see it going a political or crazy route.
Yeah, I don't either. And speaking of Raleigh, I don't know if y'all saw this. I don't know if it was on Facebook, but it was on Instagram. She posted this really awesome, like a short video, and it's like in the final words, you know, of like just building up the book and stuff. And it just, I don't know if you all saw it on her Instagram. Surely she posted it to her Facebook too, but it was just a really cool, super short video that just really got me excited about the book. Like, I cannot wait.
Well, and that's what I'm most excited about this, you know, Oprah interview or television special or whatever, is because, I really want to hear, and I'm sure we're going to hear a lot of this too during the book tour, if you're able to go to any of those. But for those of you that aren't, this is a great opportunity. This is almost like your book tour.
Yeah.
But this is, you know, really a chance. I want to hear all the like inside intimate details. Like I know they said that, you know, Oprah and her were probably going to even play some excerpts of Lisa's recordings.
Exciting.
But I'm, you know, anxious to hear like, how long has Lisa been working on this book? You know, how far did she get? You know, when did Riley get involved, and what was her contributions, and kind of how they ended up putting the whole book together after Lisa's passing. So I can't wait to hear all of that details and stuff.
Yeah, this is very exciting, and it's a very odd situation. The only other book I can think of that was like this is, you know, Marilyn Monroe had started her autobiography, and she died before it got completed. So then this is like decades later, they found the manuscripts and they did publish it. No one, like, she didn't have any family to, like, you know, take over the reins of it. So they literally just published it unfinished. But, you know, this is a really interesting situation for a celebrity to be dying right in the middle of when they're doing a memoir, and then their family taking over and helping, like, get it out there and completing it. So I think it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
So that's been going on. What else has been going on this week?
So that's really cool and interesting. I'm trying to think. So tickets did go on sale for the lighting weekend, which we talked about a little last week. So if I can remember, because there's so many dates and things in my head, I believe it is November 21st, 22nd, 23rd. But yeah, tickets went on sale for that. As we told you, Jerry Schilling is the special guest that's going to be flipping the switch. And he's also going to be a part of the Presley for a Day tours, if you're able to do that weekend. Of course, Dean Z's show is going to be happening, his Christmas show. And I know it's going to be spectacular. And then I'm trying to think what else. Still no word yet on the birthday celebration. Again, we know the date's January 8th through the 11th, but no rumblings on tickets or anything for that. But yeah, just so much going on. Like, I know the Nashville Elvis Festival, I think their tickets went on sale this week. It's coming up in March. I want to say mid-March, 15th, 16th, 17th.
I'm not sure. I didn't look that far.
I feel like it's that. And then the ETA weekend is like March 7th, 8th, and 9th, I think. So it's like there's so many events coming up, you know, over the next several months. Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to make it all happen. I want to make it all happen, but I just don't know.
It's a lot, especially for this time of year. It's just a lot to going on with Christmas and Thanksgiving and the holidays. And you all know us, we're still moving daddy. So he did get his front porch and his deck built, and they look beautiful. So yeah, he's one step closer.
Let me see. Let's see if I screenshotted anything. Because there was so much. I was like, oh no, this is on sale. This is coming up. These are these dates. And I was trying to check and like look, and well, you know how it is. Life, it's hard. It's hard to like get off work. It's hard to like get the money together. It's hard to schedule all this stuff. Yeah. So I'm just like, geez Louise, this is like so much. Let's see.
Yeah, somebody's saying there's so much to look forward to. I know. There is.
I know. Let's say hello to some people, because maybe you'll refresh my memory about some things. Because like I said, there was so much. Oh, I know. I did see one comment that somebody made that I was like, interesting. Let's see. Oh, hello, Deborah. She got her goodie box yesterday.
Awesome.
Amazing. Some of the last ones that went out this week, I hope they arrived okay, because I taped them. Yes. I packaged them.
So who knows?
I tried. Who knows? Did everything go out? Is everyone out?
Everything is out.
Oh, there you go.
Ordered anything?
Just a little update on the goodie bags.
It's out. It's out into the world, into the universe. Here's hoping it gets to you. If you don't get it in a couple of weeks, let me know.
Goodie bags 2024 in the books.
It was a palooza, that's for sure.
And again, thank you to every single one of you out there.
Yeah, we're
that
still
got a
getting
goodie box.
orders. Yeah, we're still getting orders for bracelets and candles. Yep, I got my bracelet on today. So, if you still want a bracelet or a candle, great Christmas gift.
Yeah.
I'm getting really good feedback from the candle. You know, it's the essence of Elvis. Everybody loves the smell. They love it so much. I think I'm going to branch out and maybe do some other things with the scent. Oh, and there could be. Here's just a little sneak peek. I think Heather and I misjudged on some of this stuff. We got a little overzealous and we bought a few things extra. So there could possibly be in the works maybe 3 to 4 more goodie bags that'll go on sale on the website. Because, you know, we're sold out. We did it. We usually do them all before Elvis week. But I think this year we got so nervous that we weren't going to have enough stuff. We bought extra of everything. So if I've done my calculation, I'm waiting until everybody gets their goodie bag and everything is set and they got all their stuff. And then I do believe I have a little bit of stuff left over. So we may post that and I'll let you know. I'll make a little post about it. So if you didn't get a goodie bag and now you're sad, well, it's more like a goodie box. If you didn't get a goodie box and you're sad, there's hope. Just give me a minute.
Well, probably just the 2, right? Because we can't do the Graceland one.
No, it's just the everything else one.
Okay.
Available.
Yeah, we can't do that one. But yeah, so if you ordered goodie bags, you should get them this week.
Yay! That's a fun Elvis surprise.
Yeah. But again, thank you all so much. We appreciate all the love and the support and everybody ordering those. And then thank you also for all of the great reactions and reviews to them, like how much you've loved them and appreciated it. So let's see. Hello, Tammy.
Kim's asking if we're sisters. She's not for sure. Yes, we are. Can you tell? Most people, we always laugh about this because Heather and I think we look like complete opposites. Like we don't even look related. But everyone, for a while when my hair was lighter, they thought we were twins. And we were like, we don't look anything alike. Like I could list you 20 differences in us, like physical appearance. But yes, we are sisters. Well, I should just start introducing us like, hey, welcome to Everything Elvis Live. We're 2 crazy sisters that love Elvis and everything else.
Hello, Tammy. Thank you. You know, I am feeling better. I'm still struggling a little bit. I don't know what it is.
I know.
It's just like this whole like cold and allergy thing is just like hanging on. But like I said, if I get through it right now and then the rest of the cold months and winter and stuff, I don't have anything, I'll knock on wood, I'll be happy. But thank you for asking. That's very sweet.
Yes.
Hello, Clarinda. Good morning from Nevada, however you want to say it. Hey Pam, let's see you were the one asking. She says, I read that John Daly has a book on Elvis in Louisville and it's going on sale soon. I live in Louisville and was at the concert, so I need to get it. Ooh. Yes, you do. I also want to get it. I saw that. I don't know much about it because I literally just saw a quick blurb on John's Facebook. I want to say yesterday, maybe even. But yeah, he apparently has come out with another book. I'm not sure the title is like Elvis in Louisville or something, but it's all this like kind of, photos, unseen photos and different things from those concerts. So that's really cool.
Yeah, he's great at finding like never before. Because you just when you think you've seen every photo of Elvis, a new crop pops up. I swear, I think as time is moving on and people that were big Elvis fans when he was alive, as they're kind of passing away, I think we discover more and more stuff that was like hidden in the attic or in the basement or in someone's garage. So I don't know where he found these, but a whole slew of never before seen photos. So I'm excited.
Hey, Wendy. Always great to see you on here. She says, Oprah, Lisa, and Priscilla really bonded over the years. I think it'll be amazing. It won't be fluff. I agree with you. I think there's too much good stuff there and too many questions and stuff. And yeah, I just think that Riley's a smart girl, and I just think that she won't go down any crazy roads. So
yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Wendy also says that when she worked in radio and interviewed Lisa in 2005, she said she was thinking about writing a book then. Well, I bet she had been thinking about it because that's probably like one of the top questions she got asked.
Oh, for sure.
Everywhere she went by, people, fans, and interviewers is like, are you going to write a book? So that's very cool. Let's see. Hey, Peggy. She's looking forward to seeing the Riley and Oprah interview. She's also seen a lot of controversy about it. Yeah, I know. It's very interesting because, there were so many people that was like, oh, I'm not watching it, period. But again, you know, we're watching it for Elvis.
Mhm.
We're watching it for Elvis and for Riley. Hey Jennifer from Tupelo. Good to see you on here. Let's see. It's sad. There's so much. Hey, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Ah, she's at a music festival. She caught us live this time.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Is it an Elvis music festival or just music festival in general?
Hello, Lisa. She had her birthday on Monday. Happy belated birthday. I hope you're feeling better as well.
Yes.
Let's see. All right.
Terry's going to see Dean Z do the 68 Connect special in September in Illinois. Yes. Awesome.
I know. I think it was, they just had this weekend, I think the Arizona Festival, the Arizona Elvis Festival. And it looked so great. Alex Mitchell was hosting it.
Oh,
he looked adorable.
I bet he was great.
He looked adorable. He posted some pictures, and then they had like a great. Ben Thompson did his like first time ever, I think he said, of his own show, where he did like the different eras and stuff. It looked so great. I was like, oh, I'm jealous. Teresa's hoping to go to the birthday celebration this year. She's never been before. Oh, Teresa, you got to go. And this is the 90th. So this would be a great year to go. We're all just sitting in anticipation on what the events and the guests are going to be. Hello, Deborah. She's asking how Dad's doing. Dad's doing good. Dad, he's keeping us on our toes and keeping us running. He got some hearing aids this week.
Yes, and let me tell a funny story about that. So this is my first week with Dad and his hearing aids. And y'all know how it is. We've been trying to get him to get these hearing aids for forever because he listens to the TV at volume 100, I swear. You can't, even with the earbuds in, I can still hear his TV. So he got his hearing aids, and he's very excited. He's been doing very well. He's worn them every day, all day. And now, because I'm just so used to Dad, especially like when we're in the car, whatever, I have to talk really, really loud. Like for years, Heather and I both, you have to talk extremely loud and enunciate for him to hear you. Well, now with his hearing aids, it's too loud. So all he has done to me this whole week is shush me. Like he'll go, talk softer. And I'm like, Dad, just as you're getting used to your hearing aids, I'm having to get used to not yelling at you like I have for all these years. So I'm like, as you're adjusting, so am I. He has been hilarious.
Yeah, well, his hearing has been terrible for years. We've told him, but I took him to the doctor to get the actual hearing aids and get him fitted. And he was asking if Dad was in construction or anything like that, and I was like, yes. Like he was in construction from the time he was 13 years old, and he's like, yep, that'll do it every time. He was like saws, drills, all that. Actually, he's also said dentists usually have really bad hearing.
Really?
From using their drills and stuff. But anyway, and then he said it's also hereditary, which God bless her, our Granny Norman couldn't hear a lick in the end.
Nothing.
But yeah, I forgot where I was going with this story.
Did you trick Dad to the
Yeah,
to
but
the
I totally
office?
forgot where I was going with this story.
You don't have.
My mind is so crazy. But anyway,
So he's been a hot mess.
So yeah, the funny thing is Dad's been telling us, we've been telling him for years, Dad, your hearing is not good. You need hearing aids. He's like, no, I don't. And so when they put him in the other day for the first time, the doctor was like, okay, he was like, I'm going to turn the hearing aids on and I'm going to talk to you at a normal volume. And then I'm going to turn them off and I'm going to talk to you at the same volume so that you can see and hear for yourself the difference. And he did that. And then he was like, can you tell a difference? And Dad was like, boy, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's what we've been talking about all these years. Because the doctor was like, yeah, this is what normal hearing is. And you should hear. And he was like, and this is what yours is. So it's been crazy. But anyway.
So yes, he's doing awesome.
Yes,
And he's got his hearing aids now. So time will tell.
Let's see. Oh, Jan, hello. She's asking what episode is the results of the scavenger hunt on. She missed it.
Next week.
Yes.
Next week. I've already got everybody's. I looked through all the emails, and y'all, thank you so much. We had a ton of people. Ton of people play the scavenger hunt with us. So next week we're going to show you the prize pack. We're going to draw the name, and you all were on it. I don't think anyone got any question wrong. And we had people, the minute I sent it out, I had so many people that very day just reply back. So that was amazing. So kudos to you guys. You paid some seriously great attention to all of our posts and videos and things that we said. So I hope you had as much fun with it as we did. So yes, next week we will be doing the scavenger hunt prize pack. We'll be showing it to you and then drawing the name. So tune in. It'll be exciting.
Yeah. Hello, Sandra. Happy birthday today.
Oh, cute.
Let's see. Oh, yes, Yvonne. I saw that. She says that the Parks Elvis Festival tickets became available this week as well. And y'all do. I saw all the people added to it. That's like a huge Elvis festival they have in Australia. But yeah, they added Emilio Santoro, Riley Jenkins, and Cody Danis.
Oh,
that's going to be a
cute.
killer festival.
That is.
I hope you're going, Yvonne. That's going to be great. Oh, good. Jennifer from Tupelo. She's going to be at the book tour on the 12th.
We'll see you then.
Looking forward to seeing you there. Hello, Carrie. Good afternoon from Illinois.
We have got a lot of people from Illinois. Illinois must be Elvis country because what I noticed when I was shipping out all my orders, an overwhelming majority is from Illinois. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Let's see.
Anything else?
Yeah, there's so many like shows and events coming up. Like seriously, you all like be on the lookout. Like I know Carrie was saying that Dean Z and Bill Cherry are doing a show on September 28th in Illinois. Like literally, yeah, I have just constantly, I don't know what it is. I was like, I didn't know that there was so much going on in the next few months. But there are so many like festivals and shows and events and things coming up.
Oh, Carrie says they're announcing the lineup for the Nashville Elvis Festival tomorrow. So that'll be exciting. I sure hope Dean Z's back.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I mean, Holly and I are definitely going to try to go.
Yeah.
But it's always, I swear, there's just always so much like bam, 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 bam. It's so hard, like I said, to like get off work and money and all that because like we really want to try to go to the Smoky Mountain Elvis Festival this year.
Yes.
With Timmy Hendry. But literally it's like, it falls within like a couple weeks after the birthday celebration. And then this year, like there's the ETA weekend at the beginning of March. And then the Nashville Elvis Festival is like a week or two right after that. So it's just like, but I'm really excited to see what and who's going to be at the Nashville Elvis Festival. So
it's always a great lineup. Always great.
Yes, Lisa, you know, that was, that is, I guess, why Riley was in Memphis. You know, we had, somebody asking last week if we knew why Riley had been in Memphis, and we didn't know. I guess she was doing that interview, taking that interview with Oprah.
I guess so.
Oh, hello, Susan. Oh, thank you. She says we're awesome.
Oh, you're awesome.
Everybody's saying that they're here for Riley also. They're, you know, not Oprah. Oh, Margaret. Good idea. She says that you should make a car freshie with the essence of Elvis scent.
Possibly I will. That's a great idea.
Jan, never fear. She says she hasn't received her order yet.
I mailed it out. It got mailed out, so
yes,
it should be.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's because I remembered yours. Like I literally mailed yours out maybe Friday, so it should be coming.
Jerry, hello. Asking why can't I get your goodie bags in Canada? You can.
Yeah.
You can.
Just
look for it next year. The goodie bags are something that Holly and I've done for several years now, and we do them every year during Elvis Week. We usually announce them in June, July, and this year we started pre-orders at the beginning of July. So around that time next year, just look for it. And yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of great friends. Penny, a lot of other great friends in Canada. So
Wendy, everybody.
Let's see. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I'm just trying to read comments and questions.
No, we're going to dive into our future of Graceland discussion, part 3. Can you believe it? We're doing a 3-part series.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, unless you see some more comments, we'll just dive right in. And then, because I'm anxious to hear your
There's some interesting comments going around about Oprah. So I'm going to check out what you all are saying.
Okay.
Because I haven't seen that video and I don't know, but I'm going to check it out.
All right. Yeah. So anywho, so the future of Graceland, y'all. We got to talk about it. Heather and I got to talking about it a few weeks ago and just started thinking about what is going to go on with Graceland now that Riley is at the helm. and Joel
Wineshaker.
I don't know why I always want to say Wineshaker. And also the sheer fact of, I think they're really building it up. We have two major milestones coming up in the next few years. So we have the 90th birthday this coming year, and then a couple of years after that, we're going to have the 50th anniversary, which I'm thinking is going to be off the chains. I'm thinking we've got Road to the 50th. They're already planning things. It's just going to be a massive, massive event. If you've ever wanted to go to an Elvis week, I think that is the Elvis week. I think that's going to be the pinnacle of Elvis weeks. And Heather and I will be there, of course. But, we got to thinking about it. What is going to happen in the next few years, like after the 50th? That's a milestone. But then, a lot of your diehard Elvis fans are a little bit older. We are seeing an influx of a younger generation, and that's wonderful, and I'm so happy about that. But with that also comes a younger generation is going to expect different things than I think the older generations. Plus, a lot of Elvis Week revolves around the panels and conversations and things that deal with guests coming that actually knew Elvis or a part of the mafia or a part of his life in some way, a girlfriend, co-star, things like that. But these people are not getting any younger. And within the next 5 to 10 years, how many of them are going to still be around? And what do you think that Elvis week is going to look like? What do you think 10 years from now, 15 years from now, what is Graceland going to do to keep it fresh, to keep it interesting? It's just such an amazing thing when we go down there each year and you hear all the stories from those that were close to Elvis. What's it going to be like when they're not around? The only thing I can think of is when Heather and I went in 2020 during COVID. Yes, we went during the pandemic. And we were one of very, very few. And there were very few events because of the pandemic and all that. But one thing that I kind of thought was a highlight about it was instead of shows and live panels, they dug deep in their archives and they have so many years of interviews of people that knew and worked with Elvis, lived with Elvis, were his friends, family, you name it. And we just did like one day, wasn't there like a day or two that it was literally just like interview after interview after interview of different people, and they were fascinating.
That's kind of the conversations, yeah.
Yeah, it was fascinating. Even though they weren't there live and you couldn't really interact or ask questions, it was still such a fascinating thing. So I'm thinking that's what's going to go on. But I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think the future is going to hold for Graceland in a few years, especially with a younger, different generation of Elvis fan coming up? Okay? Any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a hard one. Yeah. That's a hard question, and I'm sure that's something that EPE and Graceland are discussing every year, every day, is what are we going to do? What's coming next? All that good stuff. So yeah, I really think that, well, even like with the 50th coming up, like Holly said, I really think it'll be interesting to see who all is at that and who all's available, like who all's still here and still, available for that. But that's also why I think it's so important, and something that I think is great, and this is my opinion, again, it's worth 2 cents, or I think as Carol said, in this economy, not even 2 cents. But I think that's why it's so great and so important that Graceland has like the Elvis tribute artists, that they have Terry McJeffrey, that they have Andy Childs and Six Wire, because you have, these different people that are still very much, out there promoting Elvis and his legacy and his music and doing, shows and concerts and events and things. And, that's bringing a lot of people to Elvis and everything. And so that's a great entertainment element. Cause I know, there's a lot of, I see it all the time when I look on like Dean Z's Facebook page and stuff, I'll see like the younger girls and the younger audience, commenting of like, how great he is, how much they love him, and now how they're like super Elvis fans and they're really into Elvis. And you know, they went to Graceland for their first time this year or last year, or they're going to Graceland next year because now they can't get enough Elvis. And so, you know, those guys are out here working hard for Elvis and his legacy and bringing people, you know, to Elvis and Graceland and everything. And so I think, you know, that will continue to be a big part of Elvis Week and stuff. And, you know, for a lot of us, like we always say, for a lot of us that never were blessed enough to get to see the actual Elvis in concert and see him live, this is the closest thing that we'll get. But I also think, like Holly said, Graceland and EPE have got to have like archives and like videos and interviews and stuff from all of these people over the years. And so I think, yeah, to pull more and more of those out would be great. Because I know like a lot of times on Elvis Radio, they will play, you know, like past interviews and stuff with George Klein when he was on there and he had his radio show. And, you know, he would have like Joe Esposito call in or come by. And so, you know, for all those guys that are gone now, it would be so great to hear from them. And I'm sure they have all of those, you know, recordings and videos and everything. And I could literally, yeah, I could just sit in a theater and just listen and or watch that for days, you know, and hearing from them and hearing their experiences and stuff. But I also think that's, why it's so important to, you know, get Riley involved and keep her involved as well. And then, you know, as the twins get older, hopefully them as well. So,
Yeah, because there's got to be, you know, and it depends on how much she wants to share, but surely Riley has got a wealth of knowledge, not only about Lisa Marie, but about Lisa Marie and Elvis, because I would think Lisa talked about him quite a bit, and because she probably wanted Riley to know her dad as she knew him, not as Elvis Presley superstar icon, but more like dad Elvis Presley. So hopefully she did, and hopefully Riley's willing to share that, and that'll be, you know, a really new, interesting kind of breath of fresh air with all of this stuff. So it's just going to be really interesting. And I only say that because there's a lot of the diehard fans that don't enjoy the ETAs. They don't enjoy any part of Elvis Week that has to do with them. So it's like their main things that they appreciate and love are the panels and the conversations and seeing the TCB band members that are still living go out and play and do a concert and an interview. So you know, when that all kind of goes away, what is their Elvis Week going to look like? It's going to be interesting. And I'm wondering, as much as technology, you know, just moves forward by leaps and bounds, are they going to, you know, what if they're able to do like a hologram show of Elvis?
And I'm sure that's probably coming. Like that. I'm sure that's probably coming and something in the works. Because, you know, that's also something I think is amazing and brilliant. And something that I love about Elvis Week that they've been doing the last several years is, you know, when they do the like Elvis concerts of him on the big screen singing live, and then the live band and singers and musicians playing live with him. You know, that's just, again, it's almost like being there. It's like the closest to being there. And so, maybe that's next, like a little like hologram thing and stuff.
Yeah, like remember on American Idol years ago when they had Celine and Elvis came out in that hologram, and it was just crazy. And I just imagine being in a big theater like that. Like, it's amazing to see him on the big screen, just because he's larger than life and he's so big on the screen. But it will be really interesting if they can kind of finagle this. Like, and I don't want any of the AI stuff.
No.
I don't want any of that.
No.
Palooey. There's got to be a way they can take Elvis, like legit Elvis concert footage, and maybe make him a hologram or make him like something on the stage where it would almost be like, you know, you're at an Elvis concert. I don't know. That'd be really interesting. I hope they just steer clear of this AI stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah.
If it's not something Elvis truly really did, said, moved, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
You know.
But there's, you know, I mean, sure, there's a lot of things they can do. Like, there's so many Elvis artifacts. There's still so many things in the vault that they haven't, you know, displayed or shown or whatever that can be. You know, Angie is so great and her team at coming up with new and refreshing and exciting exhibits and things, which, sad to say, also on that note, the movie exhibit is going away.
Sad.
So the making of the Elvis movie, I heard on the Graceland beat here a couple weeks ago that I think it's ending this month.
Oh no.
So it is going to be going away. But yeah, her team is so great at putting together, you know, new and different exhibits and things, which is, you know, always great and you know, an interesting part of it. But yeah, you know, thankfully, you know, we have 31 movies and we have, you know, all kinds of concert and TV specials and things to enjoy and see. But yes, the question is how will it look and how will it be and how will they put, you know, the week together? I mean, I know I saw somebody on here asking, you know, how long do we think the birthday celebration and birthday week will continue? I think both will continue, you know, for however long. I mean, I think literally, you know, for those of us that are lucky enough to still be here, I think in 10 years we'll be like, can you believe it's Elvis's 100th birthday coming up? So I think they'll still be celebrating it, and I hope, and I think there'll still be an Elvis week. You know, I think it'll just maybe be a little shorter, maybe look a little different, maybe, you know, involve different people in concerts and stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, even literally, if it's just going to Memphis and, you know, touring the mansion and having the candlelight vigil, which is what Elvis Week is all about, is, you know, coming to pay your respects to Elvis. So, you know, even if it's just that and still the diehard fans like us will be there. We'll be there with our candle.
Heather and I are like in an interesting position because we're not like real old like some of you know, there's some older Elvis fans, but we're not like 21, 22-year-olds like thinking, like meeting Elvis for the first time because of the Elvis movie. So that's a really interesting group of people. And I don't really know. It's so funny what they gravitate to. like I'm talking about like the super young teenagers into their 20s. It's really interesting, their little TikToks and just the things that they do and they find fun with Elvis. So I'm wondering if Graceland is going to cater more to that and try to build it up for that. It's going to be an interesting transition because I think it can happen. I just think it's going to be interesting how they go about it because you can't switch it from old school Elvis Week to brand new, you know, we're catering to the 20-year-olds Elvis Week. There's got to be a transition and something, a little something for everybody there, because that is one of the best things about Elvis is, I mean, he has fans from 9 to 92. I mean, there is no age limit on Elvis fans. It's amazing. He's one of the very, very few stars I can think of, because there's some huge stars, but there's a lot of decades of people that have no idea. Like my dad couldn't tell you. I mean, he could recognize Taylor Swift if she walked by him, maybe. But 10 other stars, he would have no clue.
No,
he would have. As is with the younger generation. I mean, there's a lot of older stars, you know, that I'm sure could walk past them and they would have no idea.
Well, you know, that's the great thing about Elvis is he literally transcends time and generation and age and everything. And, you know, it's hard to sit here and predict, like, what does the future look like in 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years. But again, I'm sure that, you know, we're 47 years later here. I'm sure probably like 30 years ago, they were talking about this, like, you know, what's it going to look like in 30 years? Do you think we'll still have, you know, events? Do you think we'll still have Elvis Week? Like, what do you think's going to be happening? And then look where we are, and look at, you know, how much has, you know, happened and everything. So,
and there's always an opportunity for them to expand. I mean, granted, I don't want Graceland or the grounds of Graceland to ever like be touched in any way, but all of the area around it, like where the complex is and where the new Enesco shop is and where the old Heartbreak Hotel used to be, like there's an opportunity for them to really branch out. You know, like we said, they're talking about doing this recording studio. We have no idea where it's at.
Well, and that's an interesting thing too, because when I went back and re-listened to the Joel interview speech, whatever that he gave during the conversations at Elvis Week this year, and that was like a few more, you know, exciting things that he mentioned to look forward to coming up in the next, like, road to the 50th. But he did say, which I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. He did say that they have in the works 3 to 4 more buildings. And he said on Graceland, property. 3 to 4 more buildings, but he said it was all stuff that Elvis had planned and had in the works, like the recording studio. So I think that's going to be interesting as they roll those things out and as they unveil those things over the next 3 years, because I think that's how a lot of us feel. It is, like Graceland is like this beautiful little time capsule in every way. And I think that's part of what we all love is that it's literally left just like Elvis left it. So,
but isn't it 13 acres? Isn't it on a tract of 13 acres? I believe
that's what Elvis bought. Like, it was actually like big, which, I'm sure now everybody's wishing that Elvis had bought more of it or all of it. But yeah, I think at the time it was like a lot of like land and farmland. And then, I think he only purchased 13 acres of it. And I'm not sure, how much of that is already like encompassed.
Yeah, because the house looks like it only sits on an acre or two, like that front yard and stuff.
Well, no.
So is that behind it? You think is more like, say, the next 10 acres, or I don't think it's beside it. I want to say it's probably behind it, maybe, and then maybe a little bit out on the other side of EP Boulevard, or did they? I'm not really sure about that. When they bought, like, where the old Heartbreak Hotel is and the UNESCO, is that property he already owned, or did they just purchase that because it was across the street?
I think all that might have been purchased after, but I'm not really sure. But 13 acres sounds like a lot, but it's not really a lot. Yeah. I'm not like a, what do you call that? People like
land surveyor.
Yeah, land surveyor. But I know that like our dad was a builder and he developed subdivisions and things. And I'm trying to think of like, some subdivisions he developed in Powell that, one of them was like 10 acres and it's, not.
You're right.
Massive.
Yeah,
and it looks about the size of like where Graceland sits with, when you take into account the driveway, the lawn, the buildings behind it and everything, the pool, the meditation garden. And so it pretty much, the 13 acres, I think is taken up. So it'll be interesting to see what they have in mind and where they're going to put it. Cause I think that's going to cause kind of an uproar and a controversy with a lot of people, because I think a lot of us Elvis fans don't want, especially like in the like front lawn or like right beside it.
That's my thing is if it's in the front lawn I would be so opposed, but now anything around back I don't know that I
like the back or like sides or like,
because they have little buildings back there anyway, because like when you go and take certain VIP tours, they take you around to the back of the house and like there's that little teeny building that's like the VIP lounge experience, and it's got a little bit of like little artifacts in there and a TV and all that. So,
and I don't think they would put anything in like the front or front lawn, because that would just that would take away so much from the like just beauty and the ambiance and the atmosphere of driving past Graceland and the gates and everything. So it'll be interesting to see what those buildings are, where they're going to be, and that's apparently happening over the next 3 years. And then, just other like exciting stuff that he was talking about, and I saw some of you asking questions, is that, Joel also said that in the next 3 years, there's going to be another movie. What is that movie going to be? Who's it going to be by? He also said there was going to be another Baz Luhrmann documentary. And so we've been hearing about that. Like I've been hearing about that for a while now, especially when Baz, came out with that like box of like footage that they had found and everything. And he's been talking about doing like some kind of documentary or something with that. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens. As far as the movie that Joel's talking about, is it maybe the how Baz was talking about, he has like hours and hours and hours of the Elvis movie.
So he didn't specify.
Is he gonna, is Baz gonna put together like almost like an Elvis part 2 or something, and will Austin Butler reprise? Will he reprise the role? But like, what is that movie, and stuff, and like, how is this documentary going to be and everything? So there's a lot of, things coming up, especially over the next 3 years. So, the future of Graceland looks big and bright and interesting, and so I guess we're just all gonna have to wait and see.
What
and
happens. I kind of hope. Didn't you say that Graceland originally was like way more than the 13 acres? It was like like a lot.
Yeah.
Wonder if they could just, little by little buy that up, because we're always saying all those homes and stuff around there. I don't know why they don't snatch them up and make them either like Airbnbs or like little condos for you to rent. Elvis fans would, and they could decorate each of them in like a little theme or something. That'd be super cute. I know I would try to stay in one. So maybe they could do stuff like that. Who knows? Who knows? And, we've talked about it, the Circle G Ranch. I would love for them to develop that into, like a second home, like a second, Graceland 2.
Yeah.
That would be really fun, because you could do so much with that, especially with I feel like it's like the cowboy craze that's right now because of Yellowstone and Montana and all that. Like, I think this would be a prime opportunity for them to have a more simple, countrified experience for the Elvis fans. And I think Elvis fans would love that. And they could even parlay that into like having, they could have a venue and have country music singers come and play there and stuff. And that would be really cool. They could have a music festival, like the Circle G Ranch Music Festival. That'd be super fun. Kind of like we've got Bonnaroo and CMA Fest and all that. They could do a major festival there. So there's a lot. There is a lot, but I think with anything, there's always growing pains, and it seems to be especially with the Elvis fans, because I'm going to tell you what, they are nothing if not vocal, and they are the first ones to tell you when they don't like something, or, it's very, very difficult to navigate the Elvis fan world. And I'm sure they are always trying to take that into consideration and stuff. So it's going to be interesting. But what do you guys think? What do you all want to see for the next 5 or 10 years? What do you think is going to happen with Graceland when the older fans start to kind of, pass away or be where they can't go and attend all these events? So, what do you think? I wonder what the also, I think the future of the Elvis festivals, because, that is big business right now. And the ETAs, I feel like there's almost a festival in every state. And I think eventually there will be. I think every single state in the U.S. is going to have its own sanctioned Elvis festival eventually. So how do you think the future of that's going to go? It's going to be interesting. I don't know. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to know. Oh, Carol says put an amusement park on Circle G because he loved amusement parks. I wholeheartedly would love that. Like a county fair type amusement park would be great. Like a year-round fair, because Heather and I love fairs, but they're only once a year, so we could have a year-round one. That'd be a great idea. Yes. Any good comments? Anybody got anything?
Let me see.
Cool.
Let me
cool to say about all this, but it's an interesting subject, and there, we could talk on and on about it, just about what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, there has been things held at the Circle G Ranch in the 70s and 80s. That's cool.
Yeah. I feel like I heard somebody say that they were trying to like fix up and do something with the Circle G Ranch. I just wonder.
Yeah.
Again, if Holly and I could ever find time when we're in Memphis, like at Elvis or birthday week, we should try to just drive down there and kind of see what it looks like right now.
Yeah.
Because it's really close to Graceland. It's just right down the road in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, Tammy's saying Elvis owned the land across the street. There were apartments there where Jerry and some friends lived. Interesting. The old souvenir shops were there also. Interesting. Okay. All right. I figured he probably did. Oh, everybody's saying how much their grandkids love Elvis. That's great.
Yeah.
And I think that's wonderful too. Like all of the Elvis fans that are now parents and grandparents and great grandparents, it's like they're passing down their knowledge and their love to the younger generation. That's so good. Yes. Seniors only. Yeah, Elaine says she hopes the festivals go on and on. I do too. I really, really hope that they do.
Yeah. Let's see, Marilyn's saying, I think they better start their new interviews with whoever is still here while they can. I agree.
Not kidding.
I agree.
Not kidding.
Yeah, they literally do. They need to like, because even if they can't get, like Wayne Newton and Tom Jones and all of those people, even if they can't get them to come to Elvis Week or come to Memphis for an event or whatever, yeah, they should literally just at least
Go
get
to
them
them.
to like sit down and just record everything they know and stories and things that they want to share about Elvis and their time and stuff.
They should just literally send them like a little GoPro camera or something and just be like, hey, when you're sitting around at your house and you think up a story about Elvis or something you want to say about him, just put it on video and then we'll edit it together to make it look great. Yeah, that'd be great. That would be great. Or if they need H Squared to go and interview Tom Jones, because I'm a huge Tom Jones fan, we'll be more than willing to go. Doesn't he live in Vegas? One of my favorite places, so.
I don't know.
I think
Isn't he a judge on The Voice?
Tom Jones?
Or wasn't he a judge on The Voice recently? I've been like, I don't know, I've been going down this rabbit hole of like, for some reason, like The Voice on like Facebook. And yeah, I know he was like on at least one of the iterations or seasons or something. It was like him and Leanne Rhymes. They were two of the judges. Yeah, they were two of the judges. So
Snoop Dogg, he's joining The Voice.
Yeah. Who is it now? I don't really watch The Voice.
I don't either. I know Reba's on there.
Yeah, I just never really got into it. But yeah, I know that Reba's on there now, and then Gwen's back on there.
Oh, is she? Okay.
And then Snoop Dogg joined, and then I don't remember the other.
It's that Dan and Shay, isn't it? Or like
I don't think they're back this year though.
Oh, okay.
I think it's somebody else, but I don't know who.
I don't keep it. I know, like I used to be a diehard American Idol fan when it first came out. I watched every season, but then like I don't know, you just move on from that. And now there's so many. There's like the X Factor and America's Got Talent and The Voice and American Idol. Like there's just so much. It's too much for me. Yeah, everybody said the movie exhibit's going away, but you know what? They'll bring it back. They'll probably bring it back maybe for like the 5 or 10 year anniversary of the movie, or maybe when this new movie comes out, they'll put it back out. So that'd be exciting. Somebody I can't see. Somebody was asking if we.
Oh, is it Michael Bublé? Stephanie, she says it's Michael Bublé.
He's on there a lot. I mean, like in years past.
I like him.
He
seems like a really nice guy.
He does seem nice.
And I love his duet of Fever with Elvis.
Somebody's asking if they're making changes to Elvis Week. No, we're just speculating. There's nothing official been announced about Elvis Week. Somebody was saying they just called on late, and are we talking about changes to Elvis Week? And I'm like, no. We're not talking about changes. We're speculating on the future of Graceland and Elvis Week and EPE and all that good stuff. So,
yeah. It's just interesting, It's like when we were at Elvis Week this year and, everybody was kind of buzzing about the 50th. And, like I said, Joel came out and did this whole thing about the 50th and the road to the 50th. It just kind of got us thinking about, and then Holly and I were just talking about it, like how great this year it was to see Linda back and Sam Thompson, her brother, and Jerry, and, a lot of the like musicians and stuff, Gene Chrisman and all of them, how great it was to have them there this year and see them again. And that's what, we just started thinking about it. And we were like, yeah, the 50th is still 3 years away. Yeah. And all these people are getting older. Yeah. And,
James hasn't been there in a while.
Yeah.
So
and Glenn, D. Harden was there again this year, thank goodness. But, he's been having some health issues.
Yeah, so it's a lot.
Norbert Putnam was there again this year. But, yeah, it's just like we started thinking about, the 50th is still 3 years away. And how many more of these people are going to be back and still be with us and stuff. And then after that big 50th, what does it look like? Because that's a big milestone. This 50th is like, wow.
So I'm like, is it going to be just like the 51st is going to be like, wah, wah. Like, I wonder how it's going to be. Or is everyone going to have so much fun and there's going to be so many people at the 50th that they're like, we have to come back. And then the 51st is like just as big. Who knows? Who knows what's going to go on? You never know.
Oh, so. Bonnie's asking, did Kurt Russell ever make it to Graceland? I don't know. Some of you out there that, have been to the like Elvis Weeks and the conventions of years past, because I hear a lot of you on here sometimes be like, I went, back in like 1980 something, or I've been going since the 80s and stuff. I don't know. To my knowledge, Kurt Russell's
he hasn't in the last 10 or 11 years that we've been going. Yeah. Because I would remember that.
Yes. Yes, she would. So I don't know. But again, he would be a great one. I mean, he has great stories. I mean, he was a kid when he was in that movie with Elvis.
I would love to hear his preparation.
And then him being, portraying Elvis and
Yeah.
stuff is very interesting and everything. Let's see.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Let's see. Looking. Yeah, and there's still, I feel like there are always things popping up that are probably have been around, but that Heather and I just discovered. You know, like this year we just discovered Dad's Place, which was, you know, had such an interesting Elvis history. There's all sorts of places around Memphis that, you know, can honor Elvis in some way or that he probably visited. So that's always things to look forward to as well. And like I say, I still think, because I don't know, have you ever researched it? I don't know how many people, because I know they were very uncommon back then, but you know, there were people in the 70s that did have camcorders because that was when they were first coming out. And I'm wondering if anybody snuck like a camcorder in and taped, videoed, you know, some Elvis concerts. And maybe, you know how family movies, home movies like get lost in the shuffle. I mean, Lord knows I'm going through ours right now. And I'm finding little gems, you know, right and left. So I wonder if there are footage, if there is footage out there of Elvis concerts from the 70s stuck in someone's basement, or you know, someone dies and their family comes in and starts looking through things, and hopefully they would not throw away any of these tapes, I would hope, and they look at them and discover like, oh my gosh, you know, grandma or grandpa taped Elvis when he was in town. Like that would be amazing, even if it's not even concert footage, even if it's like a press conference that Elvis did, or they taped Elvis coming in and out of the building. I mean, you never know. I mean, anything like that I think is super fun to discover and watch. So I hope that in more years, as the years pass on, we'll also get stuff like that. That'll be really, that'd be really interesting.
Yeah. So, this is interesting, Lynette. She says that I'll have to check that out. She says someone told her that Third and Lindsley in Nashville, that's like a bar, club, music venue here in Nashville, is having a 90th birthday bash for Elvis on January 6th that's hosted by Donna Presley, and that Glenn Harden and Larry Strickland and others are going to be there.
You know, they do that quite often.
Yeah,
Glenn D, because I think they all live around here. Glenn D and them, they've done quite a few little celebrations with Elvis. So that would be great. It's Third and Lindsley is a great venue. Heather and I have been there several times. Great.
Yeah. So
that would be really fun.
Oh, see, I love that, Debbie. I know it. See, that's one of the things I feel like is sad, is because, yeah, a lot of the like restaurants or businesses or places that existed, like, you know, when Elvis was alive or back in the day, like on Elvis Presley Boulevard, have now been torn down, changed, whatever. Because Debbie's saying one of the best hangouts across from Graceland when Elvis died and the years after was a burger joint called the Hickory Log.
Cute.
She said anyone that knew her was related to Elvis would come in there and hang out with the fans, and it was open 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
That is cool. And it's no longer there?
Yeah, no longer there.
They should revamp it.
Yeah.
They should reopen it. There's got to be some rich Elvis fans out there. Let's pull our money together and let's go open up a burger joint. That'd be so fun. Oh,
that's hilarious. So Clarinda says she stayed at the Old International, which is now Westgate, in April. But when she checked into her hotel, the guy asked her if she needed anything else. And she said, please give me the keys to Elvis's room. And she said the guy laughed and said she had to go find Barry Manilow and tackle him for the keys. That's great. That's a funny story.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, that's another thing on mine and Holly's bucket list is we've been to Vegas numerous times, but gosh, we haven't been in years. And we want to go back because, yeah, we would love to see, you know, take that tour of the Westgate International where you get to go, you know, backstage and kind of see where Elvis walked and, you know, where he got ready and everything. I would have loved to have gone this year when Dwight and Jay were doing their shows, but
they'll do it again, I hope.
Also, thank you everybody for the stars. I see Stephanie, I see Carol. Thank you all. I know there's others of you. Thank you so much for the stars. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, Patsy says Tom Jones is on The Voice in the UK.
As he should be. He is a great voice.
Oh, so I guess is Leanne on that UK one then as well? That's cool.
Well, that's interesting. I love Tom Jones, y'all. Love him.
Interesting, Linda. I wonder if they will reveal that. She says Vernon sealed the results of the death certificate for 50 years. Should be interesting.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Interesting, that is. I wonder if they'll open it up. Ooh. It's kind of like that JFK thing.
Oh, thank you, David. All that is much appreciated. Thank you for your sweet message and comments.
Oh.
All right, Carol. Carol's my favorite. She's like, shoot, I might be gone in 10 years.
We may all be.
Carol.
We may all be.
Who's
Who
to say,
knows?
Carol? Oh, Angelique, thank you for the stars, honey.
Yes.
Yeah, gosh, there's so much
All
going
right.
on.
I know. So anything else you want to say before we head out?
Let's see, what is this? Oh, wait, what is today? The 22nd? Yeah.
I
Oh, no, I just wanted to remind you, don't forget, in case you weren't with us last week, because we always like to keep you all in the know about Elvis events and things coming up. So don't forget, this weekend, Friday and Saturday, is when Ronnie McDowell is going to be doing his concerts. And he's added some guests. I can't remember who it is right now. But he's going to be doing his concert and tour from the Audubon House, from Elvis's Audubon House, on Friday and Saturday. If you can't be there in person, because I think literally it was only going to like seat 50 people, there might still be tickets available if you can get there. But if not, you can buy a virtual pay-per-view ticket to watch that. So again, I'm not going to be able to watch it. And I don't think you can I wonder if you can buy the ticket and then rewatch it later.
It may be one of those where you have like so many days afterwards
That's what
to
I'm
do it.
thinking.
Maybe.
Okay, well, we might have to do that. And then if that's the case, then we'll buy one and then I'll watch it on like Sunday or something. But I'll definitely try to get Holly to watch it on Friday or Saturday, and then maybe she can report back to us next Sunday of how it was.
Notes.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome and amazing.
Yes.
So definitely keep that in mind. And yeah, as we said, a lot of tickets are already on sale for different things like the lighting ceremony, all of that. I believe Alicia and Argo said there's still some tickets for the October 12th book tour of Riley at Graceland. So if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, there might still be hope. So Holly and I will be there. We'd love to see you there as well. And, that's going to be a big Facebook Live for us, is talking about that.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be going to that one, and then hopefully the one here in Nashville on that following Monday. So a lot to talk about with that. So many exciting things coming up.
Yes.
It's fall, y'all. And Elvis is everywhere all the time. So I love it.
There you have it.
I love it.
There you have it. Another everything Elvis in the books. You all have a wonderful rest of your week. We will try to keep you updated as best we can. Don't forget to like the Facebook page. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel and also our new Instagram account, Everything Elvis and Entertainment.
Yes.
We will see you all very soon. Bye.
Bye.